The Spring Dawn Kimono is probably the most ambitious piece of work that we've done so far. There's only 4 kimonos in the world. We did an autumn sunset, a winter twilight, this is spring dawn, our 3rd one, and a summer zenith. It's pretty much all of the techniques that we developed and expanded on over our 10-year career back in 2012, we were able to put into creating her. And we realized over the years where our limitations were on how the size of an individual piece could be. And once we figured out that size, then we knew we could make modular sculptures that were even larger than what that size would be. So the Spring Dawn Kimono, she's 17 separate sculptures that are put together to make a single kimono.
So Spring Dawn Kimono was the 3rd in a series of 4 woven glass kimonos that we did to evoke landscapes. And we did one for each season. So we began with autumn sunset, and then we moved to winter twilight, and then to the spring dawn, and then on to summer zenith. And they represent a specific time of day and a specific season.
Planning the kimono is a little bit of a time sink. There's a lot of sketching. There's a lot of investigating maybe some motifs that we want to get correct. Maybe if there's any cultural aspect to what we're making, we want to make sure that if there's aspects of the clothing that's right, we want to get that as accurate as possible. Then we turn over the sketches that we do to Eric pretty much exclusively, and he runs with making as many colors as he can.
We developed the technique for weaving glass. And so each of the pieces of the kimono are actually woven strands of glass. So we have made different kinds of colors to evoke different scenes in nature. And we take strands of glass and actually weave them into a fabric. We use chemical reactions to create some of the colors. My background is in chemical engineering, and so I have that desire to experiment and use different elements to achieve certain colors in the glass. And then Tom actually is more around the engineering of the piece, and then we weave it together.
I work on the engineering to make sure that the metal structure underneath her can support the weight of the glass. There's about 125 pounds of glass in the Spring Dawn Kimono. And then we have to make sure we can ship her safely in crates and boxes that will keep her safe. It's a pretty labor-intensive process, but we really enjoy the freedom we have to just experiment and work on each of the sculptures with just the 2 of us. And it's having that uninterrupted time together is really, we think, helpful at helping our pieces become more intricate and a little bit more dramatic.
All of the kimonos in the series do match up in their scenes. And so what you'll see in the Spring Dawn is you'll actually see those last bits of snowfall from the winter kimono going through the spring. And you see all of the beautiful cherry blossom trees in the back under the obi bow. And then you see all the new spring flowers, the crocus, the daffodils, the tulips. And then it goes into the ocean and the water that moves on into the summertime.
At the turn of the century, we were talking together, Eric and I, when we first got our first glass kiln, and we were playing with the glass molten, and we said, why don't we make a basket? We kind of say we didn't know we couldn't do it. So we embarked on a 2-year mission to weave glass, to teach ourselves how to weave glass. So we invented every little nuance of the process. Currently, we keep it a trade secret. We really enjoy the mystery and magic that's in it. And we like that our collectors really love that it's not something that's widely available.
What I would like people to just get from it all is nature. You know, a love of nature, a love of color, and a love of the seasons.